There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. Sounds like a bunch of cartoon characters. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake. Liquid Snake? Yes, and you're the only person who can stand against him. Liquid Snake. Liquid Snake, the man with the same code name as you. Tell me what you know. He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets? I was just a kid myself back then. The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS. He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service, but he never showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After he retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound. I thought that by the time I left, there was no longer using code names. I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him. Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is a little different, but otherwise, you two are exact duplicates. I have a twin? I don't know the details, but it seems so. That's why we really need you for this mission. You're the only one who can beat him. Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something he doesn't. I can see it in your eyes. Why don't I find that more comforting? Colonel, I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin Lakes. Why, Snake? Is your life in Alaska all that great? There's a dog sled race this week. Next Saturday I have to be in Anchorage. The Iditarod, the longest sled race in the world? When did you become a dog musher? Right now my 50 huskies are my only family. I've got to take care of them. Don't worry about your dogs. What do you mean? I'm sorry, Snake, but this vessel is headed for the Bering Sea. There's no room for debate. I told you, even if I do owe you, I don't do anything to this army or this country. You will accept this assignment. Why should I be stupid enough to do that? I'm no patriot. Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man. Oh, I see. Blackmail.
I have no clue except for maybe like Mortal Kombat or something with Snake. I don't know.
Mortal Kombat!
I have no clue. What is it?
That's from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, Snake, duh.
Yeah.
I have never seen that.
Which we'll talk more about later on in the episode.
Topical then. I have not seen that, but what year's that movie?
It's not a movie, it's a video game. Oh my gosh.
I didn't know if they made a movie, that's why I was asking.
So this is when I say everybody's clicking off right now and people are like, what the heck, you know.
You guys are bullying me tonight.
I'm not.
Anyways, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That episode 105. If you guys don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
Snake!
We've got KT in this corner. And I'm Ileana, your host, and we are siblings who love to discuss movies, TV shows, video games, all of the sort, and decided to talk about it here on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome! We have many more things going on, so more updates. You may join.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, many more things going on.
Yes, because I if you would let me get to it.
Hey, whoa, excuse
wait,
me.
Hush. First of all, join the Discord. There is a new server that we have for you guys, so it's in the description. So join that if you guys want to hang out with us. That's one update. 2, more under construction stuff. I have recently switched editing softwares, so I will no longer be using Premiere, Adobe Premiere, because it costs too much and there's free ones out there. However, I'm now having to learn a new program, so that is under works as well. So stay tuned with that and the more updates that are going on. We still have a set, we still have new characters, so I hope you guys are looking at the community tab and checking all of that updates and whatnot going on. It's just more stuff for me to figure out. Is fun, but under construction, yada yada. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Y'all, this made me so sad when I saw it. Len Goodman passed away at 78. It's so sad. If you don't know who Len Goodman is, he is one of the judges on Dancing with the Stars.
I actually really liked him on Dancing with the Stars. I didn't care for the show, but I liked him as a person.
He was like the only good judge that honestly was worth a dang.
Yeah, no, I liked his professionalism and
he seemed like an awesome kind of grandpa-ish kind of
yeah,
thing.
Exactly. British guy, so we'll be sad to see him no longer part of the show. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that one out there. And
he was a heck of a dancer too. If you watch his routines, he was very talented man.
So our hearts go out to his family and his friends on the Dancing with the Stars crew. Such a loss. So sad.
If you're curious, he died peacefully. He passed away peacefully in his I don't know about his sleep or whatever, but he had bone cancer. So that's how he passed away.
Goodness, that's awful. Well, yeah. Our hearts.
Yo, man, that's depressing. Why'd you bring that up, man?
It was in the doc, and it's definitely something.
It was not the first thing in there.
No, I wanted to bring it up though, because it's always awkward when we're like trying to hold back laughs whenever we're talking about someone who just died.
If this goes off.
Literally. Len Goodman, you were great. We'll see you soon, man. Exactly.
Oh, no.
Anyways, in more interesting news, I would say it's like, what's gonna happen here then? Alec Baldwin charges are dropped in the Rust shooting, the Rust movie that was underway, and the director, not the director, was she?
No, she did videography.
Yes.
She was a camera person.
Cinematographer.
Yes, cinematographer.
Yeah, that's the word, Lord.
Camera woman, who was shot during the recording on the set. So all of that happened, and you guys all followed along with us on that journey. Well, now we're finally here, and the charges have been dropped. However, it's kind of like, well, who's going to be held responsible? You know, is this going to be like a film thing? You know, they're going to have to make higher rules or something, more regulations. Like, what's going to happen? Because if no one's being charged, then...
Here's what's going on right now. So the charges against Alec Baldwin were dropped, but it's possible that other lawsuits could be filed against him, so it's not over.
Wrongful civil lawsuits, wrongful death, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is still far from over. What I find more interesting, because, you know, that's all courtroom jargon, that kind of thing happens back and forth, you know, I hate to say it, but pretty regularly. What I find to be atrocious is that they're still filming this movie. They're still making it. And that is, I can't, like, I have no words for that.
Listen, we owe it to the deceased people to finish this film. This movie called Rust is going to be the greatest movie we've ever seen. And we're going to give the proceeds to her wife and kids.
Oh my gosh.
His or her wife or kids.
The victim's family. Yes,
Okay,
but
Jack Black.
what? Anyway, so that's where we are, and I think it's a crazy story. When you think it can't get any weirder, it just gets weirder. That's where we are with this.
Yeah, especially I think that movie they were filming that like 2 years ago. Maybe I'm wrong. So it's like
I feel yeah,
just let it
2001.
go.
That's when they were just
2021.
2021.
Holy cow! Just let it go, man.
Cut your losses.
Yeah.
Have morals. I feel like this is a morality issue.
Alec Baldwin, why have you changed? You look fatter.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
he is. I mean, if you see him like recently, he's like, kind of letting
Well,
himself go. It's like,
Oh man.
when you're at your home trying to avoid cameras and all that, you're stress eating, you're
Yeah.
not getting out. I would too. I
man,
did.
I've been stress eating all my life.
That's right. Oh my gosh. So we'll keep you posted for more updates about
Yeah, that's
Rust.
just absolutely
You ungrateful little
nutso.
pig.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Do you remember that when Alec Baldwin called his daughter and left her a voicemail, and the voicemail got
Oh
leaked?
yeah. That's right.
And he
whoa.
and he like legit called her like a little swine, like
Yeah.
Who's his daughter?
she's
I
a
actually don't
famous
know.
celebrity person herself, personality.
Is
Yeah,
she? I don't know.
yeah.
The only Baldwin I know was Haley Baldwin, Justin Bieber's wife.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's the related. That's Alec
That
Baldwin's niece.
yeah, his niece.
Come on, man. What are you
But
doing?
who's his daughter?
It's like I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know.
She's
I
a
don't
celebrity,
follow that family,
kind of
really.
like how like Rumor Willis is famous just for being like Bruce Willis's daughter. It's kind of how Alec
Gotcha.
Baldwin's daughter is famous just for being his daughter.
Okay.
Or how Gwyneth Paltrow's child's name is Pineapple or Apple with what's his name? Martin.
Chris Martin. Yeah.
Chris Martin, yeah.
Of Coldplay fame.
Yes.
And then we don't like to talk about Chet Hanks. No one talks.
Chet Hanks! Get out
No
of here
one
with that
talks about
trash!
Chet.
That
Anyway.
trash!
Speaking of not trash, great transition. Michelle Yeoh, Star Trek movie.
Oh,
Woo!
she's fantastic.
Yes, awesome woman, but Star Trek, that is interesting that she's being used for that.
Well, I think she was actually in Star Trek a while back, playing
Yeah.
Emperor Philippa Georgiou, if I'm
Okay.
pronouncing that correctly.
It's one of the TV show Star Treks on CBS.
But now she's so well known for like her martial arts.
Man, dude, she's been well known for like 20 years, bro.
I mean, I didn't know her up until recently.
I take it you've not seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh my god.
But like I'm
Super
saying, her
Cop.
martial
Oh
arts.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Dude.
martial arts.
Michelle Yeoh is much more than martial arts, okay? She's just a fantastic actress as is. She's incredible. She's up there with
understand
Angela,
that. I
okay?
agree. But I'm just saying, if they put her in a plain role of just talking, a talking role, that won't be as interesting in using her talents.
What? She's a... So you've never
Her
seen
talent-
Crazy
her talent
Rich
is
Asians
acting.
either? Yeah.
But she's an action woman. She needs to be
She's
doing
not
action
just an...
things
No,
too.
that's like saying that Harrison Ford is just an action movie star. Michelle Yeoh can do anything. She can do comedy. She can sing. She can dance. She can act. She doesn't just do action-y stuff. It's like her first movie was not Everywhere All at Once. She's done hundreds of films before that.
I don't know about hundreds. Calm it down.
No, she's probably... I mean, she's a big star overseas and here in America. So she's probably got like at least 100 credits to her name. Easily.
Anyway, so she's going to be in the new Star Trek Section 31 movie. I don't know how I feel about that name, but I'm sure there's some sort of reason for it being Section 31.
It's like part of the Federation or something.
All right. Yeah, so I don't
like
know.
Starfleet Academy Section 31.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be pretty cool. Just as,
Yeah.
because I like her. She's in the limelight right now. So go Michelle. So hey, maybe she will do some martial arts. Who knows? It's a new day. Rust is still shooting. Figuratively. Literally?
Anyways, speaking of limelight, is Pedro Pascal the new Chris Pratt slash Tom Holland? What do you guys think?
When we were talking about this earlier, Brian did not agree with me. Um, so I think that he is. He's being cast in literally everything. Every time I turn my back, Pedro Pascal is in the news.
What did he just get cast in? What's the new thing he's doing?
He's doing Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke lead steamy romance in trailer for Strange Way of Life.
And Ethan
And not
Hawke,
only
that's so interesting that you just said that, because I literally said before the show that I agreed with Brian that it was Oscar Isaac, and Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke were just in that one show, Moon Knight,
Moon Knight.
together.
Yeah, Moon
So
Knight.
I'm like, okay, so now are they literally just the same guy, Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal? They're in everything now.
mm-hmm. And everybody knows that he's in Mandalorian. He was in that film recently with
Nicolas
Nick
Cage.
Cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nicolas
And
Cage.
not Mandalorian. I'm sorry, you just said that. Last of Us.
Yeah. So yeah, he's doing a lot. So that's why I'm wondering, is he the new Tom Holland, Chris Pratt
Yeah,
duo
where
package in one, or maybe
Mm,
maybe it's Oscar Isaacs and Pedro Pascal in one package.
I here's the thing. The reason I would say no is because the criticism against Holland and Chris Pratt was that they were getting thrown into roles that they probably shouldn't have been, right? Like everybody was like, "Why is Chris Pratt Mario? He's got literally nothing to connect to him to that." Or why is Tom Holland Nathan Drake in Uncharted? He's like 7 years old. It doesn't make sense, you know. Uh, you know, so it's like, well, Pedro is being cast and stuff. It's a lot of stuff, but everything I've seen him in is stuff
and
that
that's
makes
also
sense to
another
me.
thing
So
where even I was talking to a fifth grader at school today, and they were like asking me Spider-Man questions, and they were like, so who's Spider-Man and everything. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to get. And he was like, it's Tobey Maguire. I said, well, there's other Spider-Mans. There's Andrew Garfield. And he said, yeah, and there's Tom Holland. But Tom Holland just plays himself. And I'm like, whoa, you're so
Mm.
correct in saying that. A lot of the time, I feel like Tom Holland just plays himself. He has become one of those actors that we talked about last week that are kind of beyond acting, where now they're just playing themselves in the role. I feel like Chris Pratt has also become that, and I hope that Pedro Pascal doesn't fall down that route, because right now he still plays very different characters in every role that he's cast in. So like in Last of Us, he was, you know, this hard dad that has been through hell on earth, and he is trying to make ends meet, whether that's shooting the guy that's just trying to feed his family but is an inconvenience, or this and that, just trying to make his way through and you're in the way. So, and then apart from that, Mandalorian, this like gung-ho hero who is trying to save the world and save himself and redeem himself and blah blah blah. To then the Nicolas Cage movie where he is definitely neither of those characters. So I think he's still got that flair, and he hasn't lost his acting personality. It's still there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he's not just
well, also watch him. I mean, he's done other stuff too. He was in Narcos, where he played a DEA agent. This
mm-hmm.
cop on the edge. And then he was also, his big claim to fame was in Game of Thrones. That's where Western audiences really got a hold of Pedro Pascal, and he played that was a very difficult role with a lot of onion layers to it.
So I hope he just doesn't fall into that category of gone too far, and now he just plays himself in every role that he's in. Which he's not there yet, absolutely not. Like Chris Pratt is, where it's just like, yes, it's Chris
But
Pratt.
Oscar Isaac though, I feel like he's just being the one cast in every. He's literally in everything.
I haven't seen him recently, so I don't know.
He's in the Dune movies. He does a lot of independent films that he just keeps getting cast, and he does a ton, man. If you look him up,
He's a
since
great
like,
actor, so I completely. Did you watch Moon Knight?
No, I didn't.
Nobody saw Moon Knight.
Watch it though. His acting, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it. Literally turning from two personalities within a split second, accents and all, and demeanor was like that's incredible. I was not looking at the person Oscar Isaac. I was looking at two different characters that he was playing, that they were split personality. Amazing. I truly was shocked.
Maybe I'm a little jaded because Poe Dameron was kind of just a character in the last two Star Wars films.
Yeah.
Not Force Awakens. He was good in Force Awakens, but the
and
the
I don't
last
think
two.
that was his
Maybe
fault.
I shouldn't blame him. Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't blame him.
It was writing. That wasn't his fault. It's because, like, he was behind Moon Knight. He was one of the producers in it. And he knew exactly what he wanted to do. And while the show had its own pacing problems, that's a different issue. That's a writing issue. With his acting, whoa. Totally awesome, in my opinion. Let us know in the comments down below. Did you watch Moon Knight, and did you like Oscar Isaac's performance? Because I thought it was just wow. But I don't know. Now this is a different kind of wow. Different kind of wow. John, is it header or heater?
Heater, I think. Header. It's header.
Header. Napoleon Dynamite, the dude himself, curly afro, is all aboard the NFT animation train with his own show. Who was
Y'all,
it? Kevin Hart had one, and it was horrible.
I thought there was already a Napoleon Dynamite animated show that came on Fox like.
There is,
ago.
but this is a show that, okay, first of all, we should define what an NFT is. That's a non-fungible token. And basically what a non-fungible token is, in short, Ileana, you can help me out with this explanation maybe, is basically art that is like one of a kind, or it has a special stamp number on it, like that makes it unique.
Yes.
So that's basically, in the smallest unit, that is what it is.
And people buy them.
And they are worthless.
Yes.
They are absolutely worthless. But they have become such a trend where it's, okay, so you, getting away from animation, you can buy just images.
Yes.
And you can sell these images, your artwork, for tens of thousands of dollars.
And now you just get to say, I own this.
I own this digital art. It is mine. Like a Picasso painting hanging up in your house.
But it's clickable on your computer desktop.
Exactly.
Well
and it's
done.
really stupid. It's really stupid.
The most well-known one, I would say, is the Bored Apes. Those are the most, I don't know, universal ones that I have seen that have trended or whatever. There are many different versions of this Bored Ape, and everybody wants to get their hands on one of these Bored Ape images just to say that they own one. Like, that is mine. It was created by somebody else, but I own it now. I paid for it and I own it, and that is my NFT. And it's like, it's kind of stupid. It's very stupid for many reasons, where one, ethically, it takes a lot of power to make these things and process them and everything. So that's an issue on its own. Like, global environmental issue is that some of them are very large and take a lot of, it's a whole thing. But then socially, it's just a stupid thing.
And a lot of celebrities, or I would say B, C, D listers, they're like, oh, look at this NFT that I just spent millions on.
Yeah. No one
Literally.
cares. You just
Yeah.
wasted your
And
money.
and the majority of it is ugly,
yes.
poorly made. It is all vain and just very what is the word? Very, like when you're really into yourself, and you're like, look at me. Anyway, that's what it
Vain?
is. Well, no, it's like self. It has self blank in it. I forgot what it is. But anyway, so this NFT that John Hitter is doing, he's voice acting in it, and I guess he's helping to produce it. It's called Space Junk. It's called Space Junk, from Toonstar. And the images of Space Junk are hideous. Look at this, Ileana. Look at this.
They're
Do you see it?
awful. Were
Do
you
you
trying
see
to
it?
say self-absorbed?
Yeah, that's a word. That's the word. All right, look at this. I have to unplug my phone. Check this out. Wouldn't you just love to spend millions of dollars on this? I don't know if you guys can see it very
that
well.
doesn't look great.
Yeah, so this is going to be a cartoon or an animation coming near you.
Unfortunately, looks better than the Kevin Hart NFT
Ooh,
show.
the one that was terrible.
It was horribly 3D animated. This ugly rendered thing. He was narrating it as well. I don't remember where I was, but it popped on TV after like a New Year's thing or a Super Bowl. I don't remember what. It was one of the two. It was either the New Year's drop or the Super Bowl, and it just happened right afterwards. So you didn't change the channel. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Atrocious, hideous looking thing. And it was that. We found out it was his NFT show, and it was almost like a radio talk show kind of thing where you're listening to like FM radio and they're talking, and then they just decide to animate it in this horrible looking animation style. It was like, this is cringy, man. This just looks real bad.
Yeah, so John Heater, hedonistic bot. My, I am disappointed.
How far you have fallen.
Well, I mean, was it really far though from Napoleon Dynamite? He hasn't gotten any higher than that, really.
He was in Blades of Glory with
Dude, Blades of Glory is so unrated. Such a great film.
He was also in The Benchwarmers, so...
Yeah, I did watch that one.
I mean, he had his moment in the sun.
But that was years ago now, if you think about it. And where has he been since?
Riding on the coattails of Pedro. Pedro Sanchez, that is. Not Pascal.
Yeah, Sanchez. All right, moving on. Switch hacker Gary Bowser, not to be confused with Bowser or Doug Bowser, Nintendo CEO of America. Gary Bowser has been released from prison, has to pay at least 25% of his income for the rest of his life. What did he hack? What did he release?
If I remember, he released a lot of information, like Nintendo information. Mm-hmm. And Nintendo was not having it.
Nintendo doesn't play around with that crap. They do not appreciate the leaks, and if you mess up something like that, they're gonna get you.
Yeah, and this is a big deal. Let's see, was sentenced to 40 months in prison for his part in helping run a business that reportedly earned him over $300,000. That doesn't really say what he did.
Oh no, I see $14.5 million. 40 months in prison and a $14.5 million fine for his role in Nintendo hacking group Team Executor has just been released from jail. So a massive amount of money he owes in restitution may impact the entire rest of his life and livelihood. So Bowser was indicted back in 2020 alongside Max Luran and Yuang Chen for their activities in part of Team Executor, a hacking ring. This is all from IGN, by the way. That sold chips allowing users to play pirated games. Despite seemingly having a smaller role in the operation as a marketing and PR manager, Bowser was the only one of the three ultimately tried and convicted in the U.S. Chen, a Chinese national, was never arrested, and Laurent was never able to be ex, what is that word?
Extradited?
Yeah.
Extradited.
To the U.S. Bowser was charged with 11 felonies. Oh, where'd that go? Including wire fraud, conspiracy to circumvent technology's measures, trafficking in circumvention devices, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. So, he pleaded guilty and yada yada, so that's pretty insane.
That's pretty what I find crazy about this sentencing is that he has to pay 20% of his income for the rest of his life, whatever that is. I don't know if I can't decide if that is a harsh punishment or if that's right on the money. And what makes this a little bit curious is that Nintendo, they are ferocious when it comes to them protecting their IPs and all that. So that seems like I feel like we would see this story again in the future.
No, and actually this reporter, Rebecca Valentine of IGN, says Nintendo has historically been extremely aggressive when dealing with hackers and other perceived violations of its copyright, having previously gone after influencers, modders, which we have seen that with beat-em-ups being taken out of the Nintendo Partnership Program, ROM sites, and even other video games. During Bowser's trial, U.S. District Judge Robert Lansnick reportedly said that Bowser's sentence was, in a part, a message to deter other hackers. So, basically, I think this is a harsh punishment. Not only did he have to go to prison for 40 months, but having to pay for life, 25 to 30% of his income for the foreseeable future. That's going to deter a lot of hackers because if they get caught, that is a crap ton of your money.
Will it though? I don't know if it would deter them. It may deter the lower ones, like ones that are not necessarily as talented. But I think it may encourage other hackers to just change up their methods or go about it in a different way. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not a hacker. I don't know.
Right, but that's a very harsh punishment in my opinion.
That is a very harsh punishment, and he's definitely the fall guy for this.
No, yeah, definitely. They're trying to send that message.
Yeah, they made an example of him, definitely, out of him. So, but it's also he will never ever live this down that his last name is Bowser either.
Yeah, I know. Bad guy doing bad guy things.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Who knew?
Anyways, moving on. X-Men 97 gets a release date of sometime in 2024. Takes place right after the events of the original animated series from the 90s. And Katie adds it has a banger of an intro song.
Wait, is this an animated movie or?
It's an animated show.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, so, Brian, did you ever watch the show growing up?
No. I was not an X-Men fan at all. I hate
X-Men.
Yeah, you're the only X-Men fan.
Oh,
DC,
no.
bro.
I'm right there with you, bro.
For life.
Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, the X-Men show, it was incredible. It has that the original show from the very early 90s. It has that look
Fox
to it.
Kids.
Yeah. It has that 90s superhero like aesthetic kind of thing. It's very hokey, very very hokey. But it was a lot of fun and actiony, and Wolverine talked like this the whole time. Oh, and he was Australian. Yeah, the Juggernaut, and it was just like nonstop action. And it had a killer intro. It's that it was so
Okay,
good.
when you do it, it sounds like na 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 na
Yeah,
It's
that's
more
what I
like
do.
it's like the Powerpuff Girls doing their own theme.
Aww. You shouldn't know that theme. You're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I'm
Fourth
looking
wall.
I'm looking forward to it. And it's according to the reviews are like early synopsis of the show. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes. I think it comes out 2024, right?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. So I'm
That's
looking
what you
forward
told
to it.
me.
That's what you said. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
It's
Yeah,
what you wrote, and I read it, so.
Yeah, so if you like MCU or just X-Men in general, or just want something fun and actiony to watch, maybe that should be on your radar.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't really like X-Men, and I feel like I don't like Power Rangers either. So these two news ones, I'm like, meh. But new Power Rangers movie. Did anybody see it?
Isn't that the one with the original Power Rangers American cast?
Yeah. I'll just do a quick mention of it because I know you guys hate
see
Power Rangers. I did.
What?
Of course I did. I did. It's only 55 minutes. And don't go into it thinking that this is gonna be like, oh, the resurgence of the Power Rangers.
No.
It's not. It is literally.
No one's thinking that.
Yeah, it is. It is literally 1993 made today. It's still like the cardboard kind of thing.
Cardboard. It's like fan service, right? Pretty
It
much.
definitely is.
Yeah.
The acting is terrible, but you love it anyway. And
It's
you
like
just like get.
the regional convention, fan convention brought to film, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just a lot of fun, you know, when
Oh
you
my
hear
god,
that.
Jason, I want your autograph. Yeah.
Yeah, and when they say go Power Rangers, you're just like, yeah, go Power Rangers,
Mighty Morphin
Power
Power
Rangers!
Rangers!
Yeah.
Zordon, help us! Okay, I will help you. Here are some powers to help you fight crime.
Wah.
You know what would be better? You know what would be better?
Pterodactyl!
Make a Captain
Morphosaur.
Planet movie. Bring him back.
Who?
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. He's
Don
my
Cheadle
hero.
played Captain Planet already. He already did that.
When?
Don Cheadle?
Yeah, I know who, but when?
Well, like 2 or 3
He
years
just
ago.
said it again. He didn't answer the question. When? Don Cheadle! I just said it! Okay, well, that doesn't help me with when.
Don Cheadle, man, he's awesome.
His name's Cheeto?
It's
Cheadle.
Cheetle. Oh my gosh. Ileana, you're getting as
Cheeto?
bad as like mom.
Oh,
I'm
my
serious, okay?
He
What
was
am I gonna do with
literally
you?
in the MCU, man.
Cheeto.
Oh, Cheadle.
Cheetle?
CHEEDLE.
Ned Schneebly?
Okay.
Cheeto. Got it. Cheeto.
Yes, go check out the freaking Power Rangers movie. Oh my gosh, it's 55
Where can I,
minutes.
if I was so interested to see it, where would I find it?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, I don't
It's
have
on
Netflix
Netflix.
anymore.
You don't have Netflix anymore.
No.
How the heck
I
are you able to
don't.
do this show? I mean,
Listen, I'll tell you after the show.
oh,
Whoa. Nintendo may be coming after her next.
Oh my gosh, your door just opened, Katie! That was the fine line! Your door just flung open, but nothing showed. I about peed myself just now. I was like, what the heck was that?
Come here, buddy. It's Bluey. Hi, buddy.
Hey, we're trying to do a podcast here.
He came in like a specter. Like a... That was insane.
Hey. Okay.
Oh my gosh, a spirit. The door just...
And I heard that, but I thought it came from like somewhere else. I don't. Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, I even thought it was maybe my door because I wasn't looking. I was like about to look behind me. I'm like, there is no door behind me. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay. Brian, you had something related to SpongeBob that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah. Just briefly, I said, I guess Sandy Cheeks is getting her own feature film.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I guess Meryl Streep is featured in the story, as well as other Oscar winners like Kate Blanchett. I think it's gonna be directed by Roman Polanski. So the Sandy Cheeks film.
Yeah, there's no Steven
Very excited
Hildenberg.
about that. Yeah.
No Steven.
Okay.
R.I.P. And then Katie, you had some Dune news.
Well, I just really sent that to you. I've never seen the first one.
I saw it.
But Dune 2 is coming out with Timothy Chalamet.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
And so you can go check out that trailer now. It's available to you.
Yay!
And I think we lost Ileana. Ileana, are you there?
Oh my gosh. Should we stop talking so she can pause? Or...
No, why? I'm fine.
Oh, you went away.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say anything?
Why didn't you
let
just keep
Katie
going?
continue.
Thank you for interrupting it. Now I have to edit this out. But you
I asked you
I
if you
could
wanted me to stop
I
talking.
could still hear you guys talk. No, stop.
Oh, okay.
If I tell you to stop, then stop. But
We couldn't
if I
see
can
you.
still see
we couldn't see you.
Okay.
We couldn't see you.
I cut out for a second, but the
Yeah, we
audio
know.
was still going. I can't stand both of you today.
So you know how you're feeling now? That's how I usually feel every other week.
Because you got that newlywed brain. All you're thinking about is love and sweet love. And you ain't thinking about business.
I'm not even thinking any of that right now.
I'm dead
thinking
serious.
about how irritated I am.
That's what it is, man. God.
Man.
Freaking newlyweds.
So Timothy Chalamet.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Yes, the trailer for Dune 2 is out now. Go check it out.
Okay.
Leave a comment if you think you're interested in it or if you hate it.
Fudge yes, Dune 2. This is what I've been waiting for, baby.
Okay,
yummy.
that's exactly what in the comments we expect to see from you guys.
Hey, but I want to hear in the comments everybody talking about the new Flash trailer and all that Michael Keaton Batman imagery. Yummy.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, it is time to enter the chunk zone.
So chunky.
I was waiting for it.
I didn't know if you guys actually like that or not.
I like the so chunky.
So chunky.
It makes me want to open a big can of Campbell's Chunky Soup and just.
Ew, why would you be pouring it on yourself?
Wait, that's Wesley eating the Campbell's cream of chicken just straight out of the can for years.
Oh, no, you're joking.
I'm not joking.
All right, everyone. I'm
what, you talking about like cream of
permission
chicken?
To unsubscribe right now.
Cream of chicken. Chicken cream?
Chicken cream! That's so cool.
I love that chunky chicken cream.
It's not chicken cream. Oh my gosh. What is it made out of?
Chicken's creaming. What are you talking
Stop!
about?
You're done. Leave
All
those
right.
hens alone. All right. Now that we've lost every viewer and listener, Katie, you've got a activity for us.
Yes, I actually had I didn't tell you this part before. I actually had something else that I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to save that for another week. A good discussion. I had to think about it. But this week, what we're doing is I guess, according to Ileana, we did it a couple weeks ago, but what we're doing is to celebrate the Mario movie. By the way, it's almost at $1 billion.
Woohoo!
It's almost there. Um, we are going to be creating our own video game adaptations. So we pick a video game that we love, a franchise that we love, and we cast it. We come up with the plot, uh, the scenery, what we would want to see in that movie, what we would want to avoid, and any other details we would like to see. So I thought it'd be kind of fun, but I don't know. I don't know. So Brian, what have you got?
Okay, I have three of them because I actually worked on it, unlike some people. So,
Blue, how come you didn't study for your test?
anyways, so the first one. Why am I going first? You're the one who did this thing. But
I
I'll
just
go
thought I
first
was-
though.
Whoa!
All right, I'll go first though. All right, if you've been listening to this podcast long enough, you know of my affinity for Mass Effect. I love the game.
I know your affinity for Mass Effect.
Okay, but you don't count. All right, this is for the fans out there. We love you, fans. Please subscribe. All right,
For the
so
ones
yeah.
still listening.
All right, Mass Effect, love it. It needs to be made into a film. I don't care who directs it. Some studio needs to pick it up. Probably like DreamWorks or something. The film studio, they need to get on it. I want it just like the game, very Space Wars. Lots of different alien cultures, space battles, space wars. For the main role, I know in the video game, you can either play as a female Commander Shepard or a male Commander Shepard. Um, I'm tempted to have them film the movie with the female lead. I know that's been done to death now lately, but I think it could be done pretty well. I think Evangeline Lilly of Ant-Man and the Wasp fame, Lost, I think should be an excellent Commander Shepard. That's my and then but the
That is
film
such
has
a good choice.
thank
Truly.
you very much.
I actually really think that's an excellent
I-
choice.
You know, because the thing is, people they always want to cast these movies really young too. Like Commander Shepard would be like 22, but I say keep her as a mature woman sort of deal, you know. And the movie has to have a hard PG-13, almost pushing that R rating. You know, just lots of action, lots of space battles, a good fair amount of swearing, not too much, but you know, just a fair enough amount. So.
They're allotted one F-bomb.
Did you see that the new Guardians of the Galaxy has an F-bomb?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
The first Marvel movie to have an F-bomb.
That is
Delivered by
nuts.
Chris Pratt. Also, I didn't mention this, but I've heard that this is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is supposed to be like way more emotional. So we'll see about that.
If you see the trailer, Chris Pratt is like crying and he's like slobbering all over the place too. So yeah,
Slobbering.
I had a child
Yeah.
do that in my classroom today.
nice.
Anyways.
Nice.
That's how they know you love you. How
Yeah.
you know they love you.
What are they, a dog by slobbering on me? Is that
Goodness.
all that you
That
you
was
have
it.
a-
Unless anybody
you
has
have a
anything
director
to
of
add.
choice?
You know, give a shot to some new kid out there. Let's let some new kid have a shot at doing this. You know,
Okay.
and, do a solid budget, nothing too crazy. Give me an up and coming James Cameron wannabe kid who can just make it fun.
No J.J.
But also-
Abrams?
Oh God, please not JJ. Oh, keep him far away from this as possible.
Okay, no JJ. Back off, JJ! Anyways, alright, KT. Oh wait, you had 3, Brian, right? Or...
Oh, I thought we were gonna go in a circle.
Oh,
okay.
we can go in a circle. That's fine.
Yeah, because everybody's
Alright,
gonna hear
Katie,
me
what do you
talk
got?
so much.
Okay, so this is my like. I've got two.
I
This
probably
one
got
I
2 as well.
this one I don't have as much detail, but it would be Bayonetta. She's already so cinematic in how she delivers herself and how she acts. Her character is so charismatic, and she's just one bad chick. And so you can make her. The game overall is very cinematic as well. The way that everything is choreographed and actiony, and the set pieces. There's just they do a great job of building this world and making it just so magical. I thought a lesser name could play Bayonetta. Well, maybe not a lesser name. Maybe she's. I just don't know her in a lot of things. But Mila Djokovic. Mila Jokovic? How do you pronounce that, Brian? Yakovic?
Djokovic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, you've gotta bring somebody who's like really charismatic, really sure of themselves, but also is able to play those tender moments where, they actually do care. But really struts her stuff. Really, the story could be about anything. Maybe make it take place somewhere between the first and second game, or since since the third game, no spoiler, is going into, oh, now there are multi Bayonettas. It could be a brand new Bayonetta doing her own thing. Just make it really bombastic. Don't hold back. Lots, maybe language. They do swear a lot in the game. Whatever. Just make sure that it would probably be a rated R game or movie. So yeah, let's have a Bayonetta game.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought for her best friend, Jean. Uh, do you know anything about Lena Headey?
Yeah. Game of Thrones and Terminator. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought she could be a good Jean. She's a motorcycle riding bad chick, man. She's amazing. I love that character so much. So, yeah, make her awesome as well.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. All right. Now, okay, this is a. I'm not sure how I would cast this, and it might be controversial if I were to cast it. However, I would love to see a mortuary assistant movie. Now, if you don't know what the mortuary assistant is, it was a trending PC game going around. It's a horror game. So you are performing as a mortuary assistant. You're doing embalming. However, there is a demon in one of the bodies that you're embossing, and you don't
Dang.
know which body it's in, but there are weird, creepy things happening while you're in here, and it has to be done a certain way, or if you don't perform the tasks, your body will be taken over by the demon. So you're trying to expel this thing, and it's very creepy, amazing game. I don't know how I would cast it. The lead is a female, and she's probably the age around your Mass Effect character, Brian. But
Okay.
she is kind of like, what the heck? Why is this happening to me? I gotta make this. I gotta do everything that I can to make this happen because I'm stuck here and I've got no other choice. And I thought a weird twist on that could be like Anne Hathaway, because she's
Okay.
never done a horror film like that. And I think it would be an excellent use of her abilities to like be in this horror role with such a sweet face that she usually has, just like in pure like horror. Like it would just be written all over her face, how scared she is. Um I don't know. That's who I'm seeing play. Um and then everybody else in the movie is dead. It's literally only her and then the demon. So,
Okay.
and well, there is one other person. It's her boss, but it's just on a telephone call. So that's it. But I would love to see something like that played out in a film because that game was very good. Whew. So yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. I like the idea of Anne Hathaway.
Or even Natalie Portman. I could see her too.
Yeah, she does. I feel like I've seen her in some sort of.
In Black Swan, she was playing a role like that.
Yeah.
So I could
psychological.
see her. And that's
thriller,
what this
horror,
is what it would be, horror, psychological type of thing, because it's like something in the background happens and you just like catch it for a split second. You're like, I don't know if that was my brain making it up or if it was truly there, you know, type of thing. And I feel like either one of those ladies could do a good job of like,
get out of my head.
Yeah. So I could see both of them playing that type of role.
Maybe they could play like dual roles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was mine.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go with my next one then. Again, this video game is very cinematic already. In the series, Hideo Kojima is a genius, and he knew what he was doing when he made the Metal Gear games. Metal Gear Solid, though, is just ripe just for making just a fantastic movie. I opened it up this episode with the dialogue from the game. So just go Metal Gear Solid game. If you want to even just do like the whole series, I mean you've got the movies, you've got the script. Just get it down, just make it do it. But I'd love to do the Shadow Moses Metal Gear Solid, the PlayStation 1 game. Get that one because that's probably the best one of the entire series. If you want to argue about me with that, let's go comment down below. I know we mentioned, I mean, there's been like a lot of talks about making a Metal Gear Solid movie for years. It's like in development hell. Apparently, a guy who you mentioned earlier, Oscar Isaac, was in the running to do a Metal Gear movie at some point or another. Like I said, he's kind of in everything, so I'd probably want to go somebody else. Maybe like a whole newcomer. Maybe a guy with some TV cred, TV series cred, WB kind of actor, and it's like, here's your chance to the big time. And if you know Kojima, he's out there. He does some weird stuff. His films can be like both operatic and super serious, dealing with all sorts of world issues, war, suffering, Holocaust, suicide, just all sorts of different things. But then they can also be just really quirky and wacky and have just nonsense in them. So really throw the kitchen sink at it. Make it just this wild action film with big, huge set pieces, Metal Gear, giant walkers running around, and then just lots of different characters, Revolver Ocelot, Otacon, just all these guys, Liquid Snake, all the snakes. There's a bunch of them. They're all clones, and just make it just like, what the heck am I like? You know, the way that like a good Transformers game movie should have been. You know, to like the TV show from the 80s, and just make it something just like that. Really 85. Get crazy music, make it super Japanese animation style, lots of anime influences, but then the Western war, Michael Bay kind of just throw it all in there. Man, I'm telling you.
Michael Bay, yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, give me Kojima and Michael Bay, mash it all up together for a Metal Gear Solid film, and you're gonna have something that people can be like, just take my money, bro. It's just so fun. It's just a good time.
That'd be sick. That'd be really cool to watch.
That does sound really cool. Is he going to have that scene where he smokes something and the lady sings like I did at the beginning?
Yeah, heck, obviously.
Does he get tied in a box?
Obviously. That's the whole point. That's what I was saying. It's like operatic at the same time, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to smoke the cigs. Cigarettes are going to kill you, but cigarettes are going to get me before the commies do.
Does he get to hide in a box like he always does?
There's got to be. That's what I'm saying. The silliness, the goofy stuff. Look, at one point we're talking about cloning people and Holocausts and all sorts of stuff and uh, cyber warfare. And then, but the next thing you know, oh man, they're about to get us. Look, don't worry, I got a box here. A box? Where'd you get that? I thought those were illegal. Not this one. You know. Oh man, let me get in that box, man.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, did you see something? No, I thought I saw somebody. What's this? A box? Well, I guess there was nothing suspicious going on. Oh well. See ya.
Oh well. Moving on. Yeah, yeah. You know, all sorts of stuff like that happens right after. All right, Katie, what's yours? Your last one.
This is my last one, and it's one that I've thought about for many years. First of all, what do you think it is?
Donkey Kong.
Of course.
Oh, come on, man.
No. Okay, so far the ones that we've picked, they've been more serious.
Yeah.
We gotta have something really silly, like just slapstick silly.
I was thinking Banjo Kazooie, but I mean, you know.
I thought
Bump
Crash
that.
Bandicoot.
Wow. No, bump both of those. All right, so here I'm gonna need some help with this casting because there are a lot of people to cast. First of all, Donkey Kong. If we're going to keep it in the Illumination Nation, it's gonna have to be Seth Rogen still.
And Cranky is Fred Armisen.
Well, that's where I'm differing. Because I didn't like Fred Armisen in that role. Either either it didn't fit him well or he did not do it justice. But we'll get to Cranky Kong. Diddy Kong, I can't think of an actor.
Tom Holland.
I'd put Tom freaking frackin' Holland.
No,
I did.
why would you do that?
Well, here's why. I did have a legit reason. Because I cannot think of an actor, a well-seasoned actor who just has that high-pitched voice.
Yeah, that has a young voice.
Jay Baruchel, who's worked with Rogan.
I will go with whatever you say because I don't want Tom
Or
Holland
what's that? Hiccup from the Dragon film.
Oh,
yeah. No!
That's...
Ew! No! I can't stand his voice. And as Diddy Kong,
all of me.
As Diddy Kong.
Okay, Kevin Hart. That's final.
We all know how I feel about Kevin Hart. No.
You love him.
No.
This episode's gonna be named "We Hate Kevin Hart."
Oh my god.
No, I love Kevin Hart. Don't you guys dare talk bad about my guy Kevin Hart, man.
I do not
like him and Will Ferrell together.
There was one movie. There was that one movie that he was good in, and then the rest of it, he's just so obnoxious. I can't say. Okay, moving on.
Oh my gosh, how
Dixie
dare you.
Dixie Kong. I thought she could get a little bit of a glow up, have a little bit more of maturity to her because she's not Tiny Kong. That's important. And Millie Bobby Brown do it. Millie Bobby Brown do Dixie Kong.
I can see that.
Okay, sure.
Here is where we get into some more controversy. For King K. Rool, Sacha Baron Cohen. Only because I think that he can just be ridiculous. Whoever plays King K. Rool has to be just wacky, menacing, and ridiculous. All rolled into one.
Man.
Yeah, and maybe with a little voice alteration, it could be done.
I need an audition first from him.
Yeah.
Before he gets the role.
I think we could do it. And then for Cranky Kong, I want Eddie Murphy. I do.
No way.
Yeah,
Gosh,
Eddie
no.
Murphy.
No.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Do you want to save your game right now?
You want to save your game?
No, because he
can. Make sense.
He can be.
Yeah, I did play this game with just one life, man.
Forget about it.
Wait, you think you're good? You think you're good at video games? Well, guess again! Yeah, I think it'd be great. Funky Kong is Donald Glover.
Oh my gosh, why are you doing these ridiculous picks? I can't stand it. You're
Donald Glover?
driving me
What's
nuts.
wrong with Donald Glover?
Donald Glover is so much better than playing Funky Kong
I
in a
have to
Well,
game,
who would you
dude.
put him in then?
I want to put him in this. He's
Well,
got.
why not?
Man, he is childish Gambino. This is America. This guy is beyond Donkey Kong, man. Come
I agree,
on.
man. I agree.
No, I don't think so. Because you have to go back to Community. He was hilarious in Community.
He was also
he's
in
got
the Lion. He was in the Lion King
that.
remake,
we're not even talking about the Lion King remake.
and
That didn't
it
happen.
was an abomination.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah, okay,
Billy Eichner as Diddy Kong.
Who's that?
The guy that played Timon in because he and Seth Rogen, that's perfect because Seth Rogen played Pumbaa in Lion King, and then you have Billy Eichner who played Timon in The Lion King. Get him to play Diddy Kong. Boom.
That works for me. Like I said, anybody but Tom Holland, but I couldn't think of anybody else that has a high pitched voice.
Tommy.
All right, and then Candy Kong. You guys we talked about her a while back when we were.
Thanos, Josh Brolin as
Candy Kong?
No, King K. Rool. King K. Rool.
I was like, wait a second, what? Margot Robbie.
I thought about Margot
Robbie. No, she's not gonna do that crap. She's doing a Barbie movie.
Okay, so I actually picked a very seasoned voice actress. She's actually the one that took the helm of Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3. Jennifer Hale. She's got a lot of voice acting credits to her name. So I thought that would be good. But basically, basic story. Banana Horde is stolen. The islands are being turned into the Kremlin Kingdom.
Someone would have been better than that though. Zoe Saldana as Candy Kong.
Why?
You guys are picking people that don't want a stupid paycheck animated role. These kind of movies
Tell that to everybody that was in the Mario movie.
And tell that to everybody who was in
But they
Sing
do those
2.
movies all the time. They do those movies. It's nothing new for them. They love making those kind of films.
Tell it to the cast of Sing 2.
Not all of those people are like, oh, I'm going to keep...
Matthew McConaughey played a koala. Matthew freaking McConaughey.
Eddie Murphy played a donkey.
Not a doggy, a zebra.
I said a donkey.
Oh wait,
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I was thinking Chris. A donkey. He was a zebra. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. And this would be a fun thing for them. And honestly, I will stick to Donald Glover being Funky Kong because you can have so much fun with that role. Funky is literally the name of the guy, and who's more funky than Donald Glover, Childish Gambino? You take that character from Community, and just turn it up to 11.
Man, you're living in 2010, kid. You're living in 2010.
No.
It's a new time.
Anyway, so they're turning the islands into the Kremlin Kingdom, complete with water slide, and roller coasters that you see in Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh, I got it. Okay, fine. You want to do it? Billy Crystal as Cranky Kong.
Yes.
Okay, I could see that.
Good.
I could see that. Yes.
So good.
There. Fine. What I don't want to see are lowbrow or condescending jokes, like or jokes that are
Puns?
like thrown in your face that are just like just make you go that just make you groan. I think the Mario movie did a great job of avoiding those.
Like ape jokes.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. They're mucking around. Whoa!
Like go eat a banana. I will, and then they peel it and they're eating it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or go eat a banana. What'd you say? And he's already eating it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that kind of thing. Get out of here with
Time to throw poop.
Yeah. I already made that joke.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
We're going wild. Like, yeah. Like,
It's
oh my
time
god.
to go ape shoot.
I think I just devolved.
Yeah. So anyway, lots of Easter eggs. There's a lot of lore to.
To bring back the NFTs. You're just such a bored ape. And then the face is
Okay.
like,
Ugh, that just made me shiver. Like, really. Anyway, the big thing is that there's a.
Holy Jane Goodall. That's
Yeah, there we go. Get it all out now. Come on.
guys, this is movie gold.
Anyway, and I want it to be actiony along with funny. Like I want it to be ridiculously stupid, funny, but also really, really actiony. Lots of beating each other up, and there's eventually a big war between the Kremlings and the Kongs. Just no corniness, please. Just no corniness. Make it also have like minecart rides or stuff like that, like just really cinematic with how it is. Yeah, so Donkey Kong, boom.
Okay.
See, doesn't
Alright.
it sound nice?
Alright, and here's my last one.
Okay, all right.
Here's my last one. The Minecraft movie starring Steve, Tom Holland.
Ileana.
I'm joking.
Thank you for coming to bump that, everybody. We'll see.
I'm joking. This one's actually better. I want a Metroid movie starring Scarlett Johansson as Samus Aran.
Ooh.
That would be
I like
cool.
it. I like it. I'm all for it.
I think she would be awesome action role. I don't know if she's too short though.
I thought what's her
for
name?
Samus.
Marvel lady was gonna be looking for Shamus.
Who?
Samus.
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
She
Yeah.
could be
Brie
good, I guess,
Larson?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, she
I
was.
could see that as well.
What?
There was
Research.
rumors about her a long time ago about her picking up a Samus. Samus.
Samus Aran.
Okay.
Brie Larson, Metroid.
Oh, I don't know. There was some talk in
Since childhood, says loves of contrast, says Samus is good to Spanish, recommends it, doesn't take any crap. Brie Larson asks Nintendo to cast her as Samus in a Metroid movie. But that's not canon. Like, that's not an actual thing that's happening.
No.
But she says that she would love to do it.
Well, then, there you go. I didn't even have to come up with my own thing. It already was coming into somewhat fruition into the universe.
This is why you guys need me around. I already know all the stuff. You know.
Well, dang.
Well, you know what? Buddy?
I wanted the dang Metroid. I wanted the space monster.
All right, who would win in a fight? Female Commander Shepard or Samus? In the space battle.
Samus.
Man, whatever.
She is crazy.
Samus.
Crazy good.
All right. I also wanted. I know this is already like a.
No, go for it, man. Just do it.
I wanted a Rogue Squadron. We never got the movie from Patty Jenkins. But I wanted a Rogue Squadron movie based off the video game or just off of the intellectual property. I want a Rogue Squadron. I want peak rebellion, TIE fighters, X-wings, bombers, Top Gun style.
Wow, that was good.
That was freaking awesome. If you wanna do it like animated, you know what? In fact, this is what I was thinking too. You know what? Pixar, they need some street cred. They need some street cred because they need to make a real space action film because Buzz Lightyear was booty.
They haven't done that apart from Buzz Lightyear.
So
and
that
wasn't even like a space film.
I'm talking about get Andy Stanton, Brad Bird on the phone and be like, you fools are making this movie. You guys are big Star Wars nerds. Early Pixar is layered with tons of Star Wars references. I want Stanton and Brady Bird to come on this thing and let's get
this. John Musker and Ron Clements in there too, man.
No.
They make good movies. They have
They'll
good
just
ideas.
add music. They'll add music to it.
But they have good ideas and they get crapped on by Disney and their fans. They have good ideas.
So have him Pixar animated CG style. Awesome. Let's go back to the roots of classic 80s Star Wars, kids.
Literally, John Musker and Ron Clements made Treasure Planet, which is the best space movie in my opinion. It was perfect. They did space so good.
Space.
They really did.
They did.
I agree.
Oh, they did.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm making
I-
bring it back again.
I need to rewatch that movie again then.
Oh, it's so good, man.
So good. It's in my
No,
top 10 favorite movies
it's
of all time.
it's whoa.
It is. I know it's not
Dang.
the best movie, but it is
Fist
one of my
Throne.
favorites.
Wow.
It is one of my favorites.
Treasure Planet is one of your favorite movies.
Yes.
That
What's wrong
movie
with that?
it's not bad, but it definitely ain't good.
It is good.
No
And it's
way.
one of my favorites.
Look, the only good thing about that movie is Long John Silver guy. That's
No, rewatch that movie. No.
I'm gonna
no.
rewatch it,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great.
but
Okay?
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
As
Ben
Jim
Gunn
Hawkins.
is one of the goddamn worst things ever made in the world. Okay, the robot Martin Short. Whoever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
But-
was
Yeah.
awful.
He's in there for like 10 minutes. Just ignore
Yeah.
that.
And the little blobby guy is like
No,
the world.
he's great.
He's awesome.
Shut up.
You
No,
No, I said he's
Everybody-
good.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All
on
right,
board.
we're
I'm on
good.
board. Fine.
You leave my little chewed up piece of bubble gum alone.
Space
Goodness.
phlegm.
Yeah. That's what he sounds like. Oh, that got him. All right. Is that all of them? All
I'm
of the
done.
movies that
I'm
we're creating?
done. I'm
Okay. And that will conclude this week's episode of Bump That. What would you like to be seen come to be a movie from a video game? I know that sentence had an aneurysm.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Just Dance the movie. That's what I was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
look, we
dear.
started dancing.
Starring Lady Gaga. Anyways, so let us know down in the comments what you would like to see become a movie from a video game adaptation, yada yada. Let us know. We've got Brian in this corner.
Blobby.
We've got KT in this corner.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum. Let's
And-
kick them.
Oh. And I'm Ileana, your host, signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Become a sibling today. Remember, we do have that Discord server. Find it in the description below, and we will see you guys in next week's video. Bye-bye.